1. Hello out there on the interwebs. Welcome back to the Let's WoW podcast. We are the podcast from you, for you, and by you all out there in the World of Warcraft community. My name is Gemmet. I am your host. With me tonight, as always, we have the ever so lovely and ever so humble Day, and of course our silky-voiced Uno. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Day. Hey, Day, I forgot to ask you this in the pre-show. Did you pee?
I did.
Good to know. Hi, Uno.
Well, hello, Gemmet. How are you?
Wow.
It's getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah. I need a fan. I need to fan myself after that.
No, you guys totally missed out since we played the intro and we were talking about it in the pre-show. Dude, the thunder crashed. Whoa. It would have been right when you were saying hello. It was like, surprised you couldn't see me on the video. I was like, whoa, scary. So it's going to get ominous in here.
We all heard that here on the live show. But tonight, we have somebody who's not very far from Uno who might also be affected with this storm. The co-host of our buddy Aludra, we have Ben. Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me on. I am actually very super happy, and you know, I really want a chance to prove that I can get at least as many points as Aludra, if not more.
Okay, well, she did get a lot of points.
I know, all of them, from what I hear.
All of them.
So if I could have some of the all of them...
We're going to have to create more points, kind of like, we'll just create more Bitcoins, but it'll be points for the show.
Okay, that works. You know what? I'm all for that.
We'll be working on that in the background here during the show. We'll see what we get. Now, you are co-host with Aludra from Battle Pets, and you also do a little show that I was on quite a bit ago, Azeroth Roundtable.
Yes. Yeah, that is a show my co-host and I, John, we started, actually a little bit over a year ago, and it's just kind of a general topic, little bit of news, chatty show that, we try to get guests on and everything, and Gemmet, we had the pleasure of having you on as well.
Pleasure. You're sweet. All right, okay. We got some points for Ben.
All right. But you know what? I'm not actually trying to cater to my audience. Seriously, it was a great episode. We loved having you on.
It was fun, and we're gonna have to get John on here too. So
definitely.
And oh God, I see that some things have changed. I was running so late tonight. I was out for a motorcycle ride with the guy.
Wow.
Yeah, I added just a little bit. It's okay. But if you don't listen to Azeroth Roundtable or Battle Pets, and I sound familiar, it may be from Flex Mode. That's the show where we make up our own WoW lore with John, who we previously mentioned, Ro, and also Remgar from Thorin Think Tank.
All right, he lost a couple points.
Yeah, well, he'll laugh. He'll think it's great. But also, there's a non-WoW show that I do called Geektopia that's all about geeky stuff. So,
and that is with Lita as well.
Yep, Lita and Alakaz.
It's our buddy Lita. We love her.
Oh,
so
how can you not?
Yeah, really? She's so sweet and Australian. She is just a perfect combination. So, how do you find time to do all of this?
Well, the good news is that Battle Pets and Geektopia are bi-weekly, and Flex Mode is just kind of whatever. So it helps out quite a bit, actually. Otherwise, I have no idea how I'd be able to get everything done, and Sarah would probably kill me because we'd never spend any time together. So,
right, and of course, Sarah, my hair twin for BlizzCon.
Yep.
Yeah, quoted Nevermore on Twitter. If you guys aren't following her, she's awesome. The two of y'all, though. All right. So, aside from the podcasts, what got you started in the whole Blizzard universe, World of Warcraft, World of Warcrack, or really?
Yeah, or just WoW crack, whatever you want to call it. It all works.
That first hit is free.
Yeah, and okay, so here's the funny thing. I played EverQuest Forever Go for about 12 levels, and then I lost my internet. So, that was no good. Then I got into Star Wars Galaxies. Then I got into Final Fantasy IX for a really long time. And then my friend John, also co-host and everything, he kept pushing WoW and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And then finally, I said, look, the only way that I'm ever going to play this game is if someone buys it for me. And he bought it for me.
Wow.
So then I made my Blood Elf Mage, and I haven't looked back. I saw that look.
Yeah.
Oh, he gives me that look all the time.
In fact, I almost wore my Horde hat because I knew that you're going to be wearing something Alliance.
I'm wearing a lot of Alliance. Actually, I took my bracelet off, but I have my Alliance belt and my Alliance shirt.
Noobs.
Only noobs play Horde.
Yeah.
So it's clear that you're a noob. All right. That's good to know.
Well, I have been playing Alliance. I've been dabbling a little bit, so we'll talk about that a little later, I guess.
Okay. So, well, what keeps you going? When did you start? This was back.
Burning Crusade, actually.
I was gonna say Burning Crusade seems to be the gateway.
Yeah, I started right before the Isle of Kil'Danis patch came out. So got into a guild that John was in, raided with them for a little bit, and I had a bunch of fun. The guild kind of started breaking up about 2 or 3 years ago, right before Kata. Then I moved over to Earthen Ring and joined AIE, and now I'm stuck for life pretty much. Like once WoW dies, that's probably when I'll end. Because the community it's great. I have a lot of fun. Of course, my girlfriend plays in there, so we spend a lot of time in game together, have a lot of fun that way.
Awesome.
And just overall, I mean, if you want to look at actual gameplay itself, like pet battling's awesome, questing is great. I'm on a raid team that's having a ton of fun. So there's so much that it offers that if I could kill a ton of time for only $15 a month and enjoy every second of it,
yeah,
how can you not?
Right?
Yeah.
So
it is
so much fun.
affordable.
That's one way to put it.
Keeps on
until you
giving.
start looking at mounts and pets.
We're not talking about that.
Wait a minute.
We will not speak of all the money that I have spent on mounts and pets.
Yeah, I'm just lucky that I like the characters that I make, so I'm not doing like a whole bunch of race changes or faction changes or anything like that, because that's when it really starts getting pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So, what do you mainly do here in Warcraft? Are you a raider, PvPer, quester, crafter?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Good answer.
Yeah, I mean, my raid team, we run 2 hours for 2 nights a week, so a total of 4 hours. Before the most recent patch, I was doing a lot of dailies. I'm one of the few people who actually enjoys them. It's kind of how I make my money and everything. Spend time pet battling. The one thing that you did mention that I'm not really big on is crafting, but everything else I do just a ton of.
All right. So yeah, a little bit of everything. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think, except for PvP.
Listen.
Oh, wow.
I had
Here
to
we
take
go.
a jab a day. I had to.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, PvP, it's a lot of fun if you're into it. And every now and then I'll have like a little tiny spurt where I'm like, oh my god, let's go kill everybody. But,
That's me every day.
yeah, and I mean, it's not often. And normally when I show up, I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? I'm a mage. And I die instantly. But, it's a lot of fun when you're in the mood for it. So, I'm actually looking forward to the next expansion, getting back to, Asheron or whatever, an actual PvP zone again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, Tolbrad I had a lot of fun with, Wintergrasp I had a lot of fun with. So actually going somewhere where I know that I'm going to be, jumped and easily destroyed is something I'm actually looking forward to. So, yeah, you know what, PvP, it's okay in my book. I just don't do it a ton.
That's
Same.
funny you bring up Wintergrasp. I was actually thinking about that the other day. It's like, God, I remember those giant battles where it was the lag was so bad I could barely move.
Oh, yeah.
So epic.
It's like I cast Blink, and 5 seconds later, I jump forward.
I know, right? And when you do blink, when you do finally come back, the walls are down. There's 3 tanks in the zone. Like, wow, they have just ravaged us. Love that. Forgot about that feeling. They're coming through the east wall.
So I am not going to ask Alliance or Horde because it'll break my heart, friend.
No. Go ahead and ask.
All right. So do you mainly play Alliance or Horde?
Well, I play a whole lot of Horde because that's the right side. But I have actually been playing an Alliance Mage for a while now. I started a Pandaren because the dwarves didn't really look right yet. But so I've been leveling her up for quite a while, and she is now 86. I just dinged 86 last night, actually. And my goal is to, of course, get to 90 before the expansion hits. And since I've got about 6 months for that, I figure I'm right on track.
Yes.
But
Yes, I
yeah,
like your math.
and I will say that the differences in at least just the Jade Forest are really interesting because you have kind of the same sort of quests, but so far nothing has like crossed yet. So it's neat, and the whole introductory to Pandaria on the Alliance side was way better than the Horde. I can say that like with impunity. It is very cool. The music is just like so heroic and just full of drums and awesome. You fly a plane and blow the crap out of stuff.
And then you jump off the side of the ship and kill yourself.
No, mage, slow fall.
Oh, that's right. Forgot.
When you remember to click the button.
Oh.
Not that that's ever happened to me.
Yeah. Well, when it first came out, the floor was just littered with skeletons of people who just jumped right off. It's like, yes, this is so epic. I'm so ready. Let's go.
It's like, let's go.
Whoa, doozy of a first step.
Oh yeah, I have my slow fall in a very good oh crap section on my toolbar, so I'm like just clicking it as fast as I can.
So you're one of the rare efficient mage.
Sometimes, either that or ice block. I mean, you still hit the ground, but sometimes it's a little safer. So
Definitely.
All right. So I'm just going to guess that you enjoy playing a mage.
yes.
What do you like the most about that? What is it? I've played mages. I can't get into it because they're too squishy.
Well, back when I was leveling, I actually leveled up as fire, and everybody thought I was crazy since I wasn't choosing all the different frost talents because that's easy mode for leveling apparently.
Yeah.
But I like the whole idea of really can we swear or okay, a really bad female sorceress. So that's why, went with the Blood Elf because it totally fits. And the idea of just throwing fireballs at things and killing it before it gets to you and stuff, it was just a lot of fun. I really, really like that sort of gameplay. And anytime that I've been in a fantasy game or anything like that, magic is really the one focus that I try to go.
Yeah.
So, I didn't like how warlocks worked. A priest is too holy for me. I don't know what the best way to put it is.
Watch
But
it
just
with the priest.
No. Look, I have a holy priest that I enjoy playing, but I don't DPS on her. So
Holy priest.
Yeah.
You're not my favorite.
Yay! But yeah, so I love flinging fireballs at things. It's just a lot of fun. And I mean, since then I've leveled a ret / protection paladin. I have a hunter. I mean, everybody has a hunter. A monk, which I love, and then my priest as well. But my main, to this day and since the beginning, has always been my mage, and I've always just completely stuck with her.
Mages are fun.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the idea of throwing fireballs at things.
Yeah, that's totally pyroblast. Come on, boom.
Oh yeah, when you get a couple of those in succession and things just blow up because you have living bomb on like 4 targets in a row, just boom, boom, boom. I mean, it's great, absolutely fun.
Fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally lost with the questions here. This is what happens when I run late to the show, like Aludra.
Oh,
Yep, she's here.
See, yeah.
You missed it. I've got 1 point so far.
Ben was here on time, though, so he gets some of Eludra's points.
Ooh.
Yes.
Score.
And we're talking about mages here in the chat room. It's totally just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Well,
and then the occasional 2 and sometimes a 3.
You know, in all honesty, if you play Arcane, that's what the rotation is. And I haven't played Arcane since sometime in Cata, doesn't matter when. But with Frost, I use 4 buttons. Okay? Pretty regular.
Jeez.
I mean, you push one a whole lot.
How do you keep up with that?
I don't know. I mean, you have all these add-ons that scream and yell and say, "Oh my gosh, push this button now too!" And you know, it helps. But in case you're lost, you just look at your keypad and it's like, okay, there's the 1. I just jam that a whole bunch, and then every now and then 2, and 3, and oh, my living bomb's gone, so 4. So it works.
There we go.
Seems legit.
So,
totally.
For a show that doesn't like to focus on how to play a class, we just learned how to play a mage.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are advanced, classes that also have a 5 and a 6 button.
Oh, whoa! Slow down.
Yeah,
Wait
I know.
Slow down.
I don't recommend jumping into those right away.
Yeah.
Shenanigans is saying apply face to keyboard. Grats top 3 DPS.
No, that's a Ret Pally.
That's a
So,
that's a Beastmaster Hunter.
wow.
Yeah. Go.
Just smash your face against the keyboard a few times. Look, I'm number 2. Oh gosh. All right. So, Aludra is saying she macros everything. How do you macro 1 button?
Oh, 1 button macro.
You just hit the 1 key instead of going through the process of macroing.
Yeah. No, she actually she told me about the macro that she uses, and it's a lot of like if-thens. And so yeah, all she does is just jam that 1 button. And she raided with us on Thursday, and I was kind of impressed. She did all right.
Nice.
The chat room. I'm trying to keep up with y'all.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, jeez. So, Day, what's been going on with you? What you been up to? PvP, right? Okay, Uno.
Hey! I actually have legit news this week.
I saw that, but I gotta
Stole
tell
my
you.
news.
No, we can share this news.
Oh.
Since that's pretty much your only news, Uno.
Sharing is caring.
I did do some PvP. We'll start out with that because that's a thing. I've just been doing like battlegrounds, trying to keep up with my gear because I'm not really doing arenas right now. But plot twist, Uno and I at the beginning of the week were like, we need a raid team again, man. And within a week, we have a raid team again.
It's true.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, because as like Gemma and Uno know, I was a progression raider. Well, I have been since Burning Crusade. And my raid team kind of just fell to pieces right in the middle of Throne of Thunder. So I didn't do a lot of Siege other than Flex and being pulled in for random normal modes. And I was kind of missing the raid team because I had a really great raid team. So some of you may remember we had them on the show. Victory, Plucker, and Bullets are back.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
And they're raiding with us. And Poikle. We got to hear Poikle in Mumble last night, Gemmet.
Yeah.
This really sweet Australian voice comes over Mumble, and we're like, Poikle!
I know. The whole channel just blew up. It was crazy. That was actually going to be my news.
I had
my
no idea.
news for a week. I forgot we raided.
I had no idea that she was Australian. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Australian.
it was so cool.
Totally sweet.
And the other members of our raid team. Oh, John, that was on the show. The Gold Maker is on the raid team.
Look at you pulling all the guests.
Yeah, basically.
Magic Thighs, of course, is on my raid team. Yeah, I kind of did. And Maslu.
Maslu.
Maslu's feral druiding it up. So we had so much fun.
That sounds fun.
Well, I really
it's kind of
miss.
surprising getting back into raiding this late in the expansion now, but
I know. What? Okay,
Well, she's got time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plenty of
right?
time.
I'm like, we have time to clear. We'll kill Garrosh at some point. I really missed what got me to do this again, because I kind of felt like I was banging my head against a wall for a little while, but I went into a dungeon with Poiko, and she is someone who has never raided. Like, she's been playing this game for a long time. She's never raided. She'd never been in an LFR. So I'm like, I'm going to change this, because she is amazing, but she's, I would be terrified too to just join like a random pug or whatever. And that's why we started Hogger, was to take people that didn't have the opportunity to raid and sort of work with them and, train them and show them what it's like to be on a raid team. So I'm so happy that I get to do that again.
Good.
I love it
very
so
cool.
much.
So are you running a 10-man flex, or how are you going about it?
Yeah, we're just taking the 10 people because we want to eventually get into the normal. We did do flex, wing 1, last night. But, a lot of people didn't quite, we had, because it's Alliance side, so a lot of people don't have geared Alliance tunes. So, or a lot of people, have not been playing in months.
I wasn't the only one. When people started raising their hand like, hey, have you ever done this before? I was like, hey, shoot. I looked around. I was like, I'm in the majority here. So I'm feeling pretty good.
It was so funny. He's like, how do I open that thing? What is it called? A job?
I couldn't remember. Hey, I'm playing 4 different MMOs. I'm like, I can't remember. Is it skills? Is it jobs? And I was like, dang, they wouldn't tell me. They literally wouldn't tell me. It's professions. I was like, oh yeah, good old WoW professions. Yikes.
But yeah, our plan is to go through Flex, get some people some gear. A lot of people have really stepped it up. I've seen them online today running LFRs and stuff, so they're getting some gear. I know Maslu, she was 481 when we ran yesterday. She's now at 512.
Nice.
What?
Good job.
Wow.
Yeah. She got a
Good
Warforged chest from Ordos, and I'm like, holy crap, what is going on right now? So it's really exciting. I'm so excited to be doing this again. And I'm glad that Uno can do it with me.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm having a blast.
I love how I was even remotely thought about being invited to this.
Remember when you were like, I'm not a raider?
I'm not, but at
Well-
least an invitation would have been nice.
Hey, Gemmett, want to beat? No, never mind, it's full.
No, you know what? She did think of you, because I was thinking of it last night. I was like, man, if Gemmett was here, he would shoot himself right now. This would be, he would be suffering. It was total suffering. It was like, whoa. Like,
Yeah, I probably would.
and I was.
Well,
I don't
Gemmett,
even.
Yeah, we're
I don't even know what I was doing last. Oh, I was.
Oh
I
yeah.
was.
Oh yeah.
I went to bed last
Oh.
night.
Motorcycle racing. This guy.
No, that was today. I was out on the bicycle yesterday.
Yeah, to be honest,
Well,
it was
Gemmett,
more like
how-
exposing people to crazy personalities more than training people to raid, honestly.
Oh gosh. Yeah, when I raid, especially when I raid lead, and I tried my best, I really did. I drink a lot of Canadian whiskey. We call it rye. I think when we were on Protectors, I was on my 3rd double rye and Coke.
Oh my god. That's how you got a raid, though. That's how I LFR.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just bashing keys.
We're on Narushan. I'm trying to figure out who's supposed to go in the orb. I'm like, okay, the cat and the pink thing. It was a total mess.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of this one night. Please think of me.
Yeah, it's fun.
now I want to try and know what the pink thing is.
It's a paladin, red pally.
Yeah.
Because when I look at my
Oh,
raid frames, the
gotcha.
pink thing, go in the orb.
Big thing. Awesome. And and I can't remember professions. Awesome team.
Well, were you
Paladin's
drinking heavily
really
as
hard.
well, or?
Not heavily. No.
But you were drinking.
Well, yeah, sure. It was raid night. Of course, I was drinking, but.
No excuse.
Well, I don't know if I'd started at that point. I had played 7
And all-
hours of Terra right before,
Oh gosh.
and yeah.
All you
I
hear
didn't know
every
anything
time
anymore.
someone tried to. Yeah, every time someone tried to backtalk me, you hear Kyle, or as he's called now, Waldar, in the background going, "Don't make her mad. Don't do it. Don't do it." And then he's like, "It's okay, Mama. It's okay."
Yeah. but
He's my rock.
you're leaving out that the whole Mumble channel sounded like a haunted house. It was like the weirdest echo voices ever. So
And then there was
super
that weird
scary.
noise, that like meh,
Yeah.
meh
Random
noise that kept happening.
House music, I like to call it.
Oh, and just for those of you who remember the Hogger rating episode that we did, the Pokemon song was brought back, the Pokemon Wipe song.
Yes.
They actually played Pokemon in the channel.
Yeah. For those of you who don't, my old raid team, we used to play the Pokemon theme song before a pull, and as soon as we heard that song, we knew it was going to be a wipe because nobody could focus after that. So it was played several times last night. Good old Plucker.
Yeah. We had fun though. That's what all that matters. We killed people and we had fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm really happy that you guys are bringing in non-raiders to kind of get a feel for that and everything. My raid team is a mix of people who are raiding, for the first time this expansion, as well as people who've been raiding since, vanilla and everything. And just seeing the differences in...
Really? Way to cut off the guest.
Sorry, I had to. It was funny. It took a second
It was
for
funny.
to
It
load
was
on
so
my
worth it.
tablet.
So worth it. Yeah, but just a mix of people who have and haven't rated, seeing how they respond to different things is really interesting. But even more so, it's just so much fun. So good job on you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had a blast, and we're going to continue to have a blast. So we're doing Flex right now. So if anyone wants to hear Drunk Day yell and mumble, feel free to send me an in-game whisper, a tweet, whatever.
Can I live stream that?
Maslow was live streaming it for a bit, and then her computer kind of went. Brow.
Yeah, I saw that. She had the blue screen.
Well, I recorded all 5 hours. I was scared to live stream it,
Awesome.
but recorded it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, the
I was
first
like,
hour and a half was
the
waiting
secrets.
for Josh to get to Mark's house.
And that was super exciting. That was super duper
It was
exciting. So I
seriously like
why am I not
his
streaming
internet.
this?
Yeah, his internet wasn't working, so we were all in Mumble just being complete dorks.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have to come in with this mumble.
Yeah, we should definitely have Walda the Warrior come on the show, and you guys can.
He needs to
hear
be
his
back on the show.
antics.
I love that man with all my heart. He's the new host on Dot Sauce and Grave Plots. He's
You have
amazing.
another host for Dot. What is this? Are you just cycling through co-hosts?
Jab is still there, hello, but we brought on Waldar because you can't have a podcast without Waldar.
We have a podcast. We don't have Waldar.
We kinda
You should
have
replace
one.
me with Waldar. He's far more entertaining.
Walder's always there. He's not something that you obtain. He's just always there. So there's a little
He
Waldar
really
here
is.
with us tonight.
Okay.
It's odd, I know, but it somehow works. Don't question it.
All right.
Yeah, so that's my week. I don't know if Uno has anything to add.
Yeah, what else is there? Honestly, I don't have a life. So that's actually I just prepared for that all week and listened to a bunch of podcasts, and that's it. I'm still reeling from all the awesomeness that is Lita and Eludra. My last week was just way overstimulating, so I'm still kind of reeling from that. And yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss for words. And here we are today with Ben, and that's like, wow, it's just. I'm feeling really high on my horse here because I already got my BlizzCon ticket, and now I'm schmoozing
Nice.
with the casters, and I'm raiding with a couple casters, and it's like, wow, this is awesome. They're streaming our raids that are ridiculously bad, but still fun.
Yeah. Well, as someone who routinely does something with Eludra and also Lita, I understand that happy, wonderful feeling. But the fact that you even are like close to that with me, you're wrong. Completely. Yeah, Gemmit's met me in person. He knows. It's cool. Don't worry.
Okay. Well,
That's
I'm not.
cool.
Yeah. I'm feeling really leveled out. Like, You know, like my horse, my ship has come in. No, wait a minute. What is it? My ship has sailed. Is that the right? No, that's not.
I
it,
thought the
is it?
ship's come in.
Yeah, I think
The ship has sailed is like bad.
After,
the ship has come in is
It's like I missed the boat, right? No, I didn't miss the boat. I'm on the boat with the people that I want to be sailing with, and I'm very happy. That's what I'm trying to say. So sail
now
on.
if you could just put Styx's "Come Sail Away" underneath that, I mean, it'd be perfect.
Yes, done.
I'm not gonna play that.
We'll do that in post.
Well, yeah, we'll do that in post.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I would like to say something exciting happened in game, but I haven't even logged on.
Oh. Well, you know, after what you did last week, Emmett, I don't blame you.
I feel really bad. Yeah, I feel terrible, so I just haven't logged in, and hoping that my my luck will rub off on other people. So,
Seems legit.
outside of the game, I went on a motorcycle ride today.
Yay!
For only the second time ever in my entire life that I was on a motorcycle. The first time I was so plastered, I don't really remember it.
Seems safe.
Yeah, well, I was the passenger both times. I'm not going to drive a motorcycle drunk. I don't even know how to ride a motorcycle.
Why would you even consider?
But, oh God, he's getting up. So this guy I'm seeing,
Here it comes.
it looks like he's getting up. I don't know what he's doing. But anyway,
Blue
so we
Eyes.
went out.
You guys
We
remember
went out.
Blue Eyes from last week.
Yeah, Blue Eyes, or I'm not Gib, something German, in the chat room. Yeah, we went out for dinner and went on a ride on the bike, and when he hit 110 miles an hour on the interstate, I was screaming louder than Slender Man and Outlast.
Oh my
no.
god.
Ironically, Slender Man was riding on a motorcycle next to you, so.
Yeah, and I think that creepy Stitchy dude from Outlast was following
The creepy
not close
Stitchy
by.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, I always closed my eyes, remember, Day?
Yeah, we told you not to do that.
Yeah, well, I did it anyway.
You're gonna die if you close your eyes.
Well, oh well. But I was going to die anyway without it.
I've fallen asleep on a motorcycle before.
How do you fall asleep on a motorcycle?
I don't know. I really couldn't.
Were
tell
you driving?
I was driving. Yeah. Fell asleep. Woke up. My feet were flapping on the floor, and I woke up and kind of continued on.
How does that even happen?
Like, I don't know. I was working like
Oh.
14-hour days, and this was the end of the week, and I stopped at Denny's and couldn't finish my food, and I was like, I'm just going home. And I was so tired. And yeah, and after that, I just sold my bike. I was like, yeah, I don't ride motorcycles. That's not cool. I'll fall
Well, I
asleep.
can
I'll fall asleep
understand.
in an SUV if I'm going to fall asleep driving. Okay. Sheesh.
Oh, Waldar just joined the chat. Everyone's silent.
Walda, the warrior. It's been in my head.
I
replaying.
love how Poikle, Aludra, and now Waldar we have talked about, and they've all showed up.
I know.
So we just have to talk about people and they'll show up.
So where's Ro, I wonder?
Oh.
You know what? Let me text him. Let's find out.
Oh boy.
Oh, actually, he did text. He just texted me. Well, oh, it's about raid. Never mind.
So yeah, I have had nothing exciting in gaming happening at all whatsoever for me. It's been a real life sort of week.
Meanwhile, your characters are all sitting on the realm, just kind of bummed, wondering where you are, what's going on.
They're all at the bar.
Oh, they're fine then.
They're at the bar.
Yes.
That's where I log them out at. It's like, you know, if they come alive when I log out, they don't have to go far.
Right. Tamer says, don't summon Ro. He'll break the chat room.
Right? Ro hasn't broken the chat room in a while, though.
It's true.
It is true. So, yeah, I kind of wish I had something exciting to say, but I don't. I was on a motorcycle. That's exciting.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I forgot how absolutely horrifyingly exhilarating it was.
Now, was it a crotch rocket or like a Harley-ish normal bike?
It was speed. It moved. He was. I looked over his shoulder at one point. It was like 100 and something, and I go, "Holy God! It doesn't feel like we're going that fast." It's a very nice ride.
Cool.
Yeah. So he keeps giving me looks. All right, so let's jump into some stuff here. I feel like I've been talking so much. Day, I'm gonna let you do this.
Waldar just asked if we take questions, and I said yes, we do.
Of course.
And then his question is, how did Uno get so sexy?
I'll take this one, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, Una. You can go ahead and take this
So,
one first.
I mentioned the falling asleep on the motorcycle story? That's also going to be the answer to this question. So, next question.
Oh, goodness.
So what you're saying is I need to do is fall asleep on a motorcycle.
Yes.
And then I'll be awesome.
Totally. Well, you'll be sexy.
Yes.
Then, well, there's
that's
a
the aim.
motorcycle outside. I just need to get tired. I had a coffee before the show. He's distracting me. I had a coffee before the show, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to fall asleep.
Yeah. You probably got to put in some more hours, like walking down the beach and having some lunches. Those are... I mean, what do you do with your boyfriend, right? How do you wear yourself out on a family-friendly show with your boyfriend?
That special hug.
Oh,
Play Monopoly.
Wait a minute.
Jenga, Twister, Tiddlywinks, you know.
Pictionary,
But
yeah.
we could play jacks.
Jeez.
All right, I'm going to move it along because
my
mind
God.
went somewhere terrible with that.
My whole raid team's here. Plucker just showed up. Buddha and the Brute.
Hey, guys.
All right.
Welcome to the most awkward silence ever.
Seriously.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could
I-
be.
Don't really see how, but okay.
Right.
Trust me, it could be.
Luckily, Day broke that up. Like, she didn't even experience any of it. So we can leave that behind us.
I was reading the chat room, so there was a party in my head.
Oh, yeah.
We'll send you to the doctor for that.
Hello, Plucker.
All right, so this is interesting, and we've all been playing WoW for a really long time.
I just started this week.
That's why you're so newbie.
Shut up.
So that means that she's Horde. Sweet.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
she has
I'm
been
mostly
playing
Horde.
a lot. Now, have we typed in our /played? I know we talked about this. Oh God, months ago on the show. But
I remember that.
I have a lot of /played time, and it's kind of a little embarrassing. I don't know what it is because I haven't logged in all week, but yeah, he's really.
Well, since you haven't logged in all week, it should be the same as it was last week, right?
It was the same as it was last week.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's quite a lot. So, but
Quite a
we've
bit.
been spending lots of years in playing this game, days and days and weeks.
Yeah, the worst is when you have like an alt add-on and it shows you like all of the days combined. You're like, no, don't do that.
That is a painful number when I see that. I try not to pay attention when I log into Altaholic.
Pretty sure mine is measured in years at this point. They're just like, that's too many days.
Send it off to NASA to calculate. But, so this is something I found kind of interesting. And the poster's saying, apart from depression, if I never played this game, what the hell would I be doing otherwise? And what would we be doing if we weren't addicted to the work rack?
I'd still be console gaming.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'd still be playing. I'd still be working on that last fight in Final Fantasy VII.
Probably.
I still haven't beat that game.
Oh man, the closing cinematic is so good. You need to.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in the game.
Well, there's that. What would you do? What would you be doing, Ben? I have no idea.
I would be caught up on a lot more TV shows.
Right.
Like a lot more. Yeah, there's not a whole ton else that I'd be doing other than gaming as well. I mean, other than going and seeing movies and stuff.
Ew,
And,
what's that?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I just logged in, and on my Horde side, I have a total of 248 days, 23 hours, and 38 minutes played.
248 days. That's a lot of days.
That's a lot
It
of
is.
time.
And surprisingly, a lot of it is not actually me and stuff too, because if I'm going to be doing that, I don't want my playtime to like grow exponentially. So I actually log out if I'm going to be away from the computer for a while. So
Wow.
that's actual playtime.
Wow.
Yeah, when it's quantified like that, I'm like, at least I got a whole ton of happy memories from it. So personally, I'm happy with that. I know some people actually have seen it as a waste of time, and that's cool. Everybody has a different perspective on things, but because of the friendships that I've made and just the random, mass slaughterings of, digital dragons that I've done, it's given me a lot of fun stuff.
Well, and and you said earlier just how much value you get out of that subscription. So, I mean, to replace that, you'd have to really dig deep to come up with something that's going to, obviously replace the value, and secondly, be as entertaining as that. It's like it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult. There's no way. For me, I had a very lucrative political career going before I met WoW. So honestly, I would probably be in office by now. I might be. I might be in Washington. Who
You would
knows?
have a
I could
successful career.
I could be a superintendent for a district of school, or whatever they call school districts.
Who was that woman who actually was running for? Was it just local state? Who had that attack ad against her?
Yes,
Because she played with kills per second and everything.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Totally.
deaths per second. That's
deaths
what it
per
was.
second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could totally balance that stuff. Why aren't you president yet?
I'd vote for you.
Well,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, it's WoW. WoW was my career killer. I spent way too much time in WoW, and when looking back, I probably shouldn't have played so much. But I mean, obviously, I was never going to be in office, but I would have been playing games for sure. There's no doubt about it. It's even a testament to how many games that are out that are trying to take people's attention away from WoW, because it's always, and I've spent a lot of time in other games, and like I said, I was playing Terra till 3 o'clock in the morning before I woke up to go do this over here, and it's like they're still talking about WoW. That game's been out since like '08 itself. It's like, come on. They're referencing WoW absolutely everywhere, and I've been from Final Fantasy to Firefall to Titanfall to WildStar to Hearthstone, and back. So it's like across absolutely everything, I would have been playing some type of fantasy MMORPG for sure. Probably Eve. That's a big time sink, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, and okay, so here's the thing with Eve. Every single story you hear about it, it sounds like the most interesting, colossal, awesome game. And then you get in and it's like, okay, I need to learn how to fly a ship. That's going to take 23 hours. Click, and then I log off while that like ticks down and everything. It's like, I really wish I could get into that game, but
not
I can't.
so much. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
yeah, I want to. I want to. I wish it was battle. I'm still looking at Battlefront 3. I'm looking at videos they put up a year ago saying, yeah, this is coming out. It's like, I love Star Wars. I'd probably be in SWTOR, or it's like somewhere, but there's nothing touching WoW. And especially now, like they got so much backing with the lore and the graphic novels and the movie coming out, and now they have all these shoot offs. It's like, there's nowhere you can go where you're not actually somehow still. It's like going somewhere and not having Walter the Warrior somewhere in the vicinity somehow. It's like 7 degrees of separation. So in some way, shape, or form. Either I would have been on my way to play WoW, or I would have been on my way from when I was reborn in WoW.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, totally makes sense.
It's totally
And
different life.
what you're saying about like the backstory and the lore and how rich and everything it is too. I mean, they have those original Warcraft games to build off of. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I have a really hard time going into a new MMO, is just because I don't have that same sort of rich backstory. Like WildStar it's an interesting game. The graphics are cartoony and stylized and everything. It looks like a lot of fun, but I just can't tear myself away from anything else and put myself in just this new lore that's out there, because I don't really care.
Yeah.
And I mean that, and the fact that I don't really want to play another MMO again. Like I think I'm actually completely done with the genre, except for WoW, just because I've been playing it for so long.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were able to build up something is really great for them, and I'm all happy for everybody who's enjoying the game. It's just I can't bring myself to try to go into something that isn't as developed as the Warcraft universe is.
Certainly, and that's
right. That's my thing with WildStar too. I think it's a fantastic game, and I really love the combat system and all that, but I just cannot get into that story.
Yeah, that's the problem I'm having. Is I've just been leveling tunes in WildStar via like PvP, because there's not really a lot to the quests. I'm like, okay, but why am I doing this?
Right.
I don't understand why I'm doing this.
That's the exact thing.
That's where I've kind of hit my wall with that game right now. It's just not there for me. It is a really fun game, don't get me wrong. And I love the combat system. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's interesting to me. I like it.
Oh no, it's a very popular game, and a lot of people love it. And like I said, I'm happy for them that they do. I just wish that if something new like that were to come out, it would be easier for me to get into, which maybe it's just me, but yeah, can't get into it.
Yeah, I have another month of it just because I forgot to unsubscribe.
And it's so hard.
So get in there and play more.
It's so difficult.
Right. I haven't even
if you
touched
try to
it.
play more than one, because then you end up like me, and I don't know. I'm like, is it skills? Is it professions? Is it jobs? What do you call it in this game? They make it really hard to play more than one. It's like
I hate the chat room right now.
It's crazy.
It is. Our whole raid team showed up, Uno.
Yeah, I know. I see that. I said hi. What's up, guys?
I do have to say, Chief Vol'jin, I thought that WildStar was just a house creator as well, but it turns out there's more to it. Who knew?
Yeah, the housing thing in theory is neat, and I have my house in WildStar. I was working on it a little bit, but even that doesn't. I'm like, whatever. I want a garrison more than I want a giant rocket house.
Oh my god, yeah, playing in the beta.
So much more to do in the garrisons.
I that's all I've been doing in the beta, is I've been like sending people on missions. I'm like, go do this for me, follower.
Do my bidding.
Yes, I am a fair, just, and benevolent commander.
No, I am Jaraxxus.
No. You have to save that for best boss quote. Stop it.
Oh, sorry. Jeez. Top of the show notes with Eludra. Yeah, that's where I sit.
So, our buddy Aramis just got ANX.
Oh, cool! Congrats.
Oh, nice.
See, my luck has rubbed off on somebody. I can log back into World of Warcraft now.
Oh, I totally forgot to mention. 2 nights ago, I got the Onyxia mount.
Wow!
Nice.
Congrats.
I totally forgot about.
The mount luck is continuing into this week. I need to go run Karazhan.
All right.
Yes.
I ran it on one character, didn't get the horse, and was like, nope, not happening.
Wow. It's the month of the mounts.
It is. I really honestly think it might be a bug. And Blizzard, I know you're listening. Don't fix it.
Right.
Yeah, I still need to get Ashes of Alar. Once I get that, I'm good.
Right? Can I please have ashes too? Because I kind of.
I got ashes, and I've never got a mount drop since then. Don't get ashes.
I want the time lost, but yeah, right. Oh, geez, the time. Where it go?
Sorry, I talked a lot.
It happens. Well, we're gonna go a little bit longer here.
You talk
And this
appropriately.
kind of goes into what we were talking about a little earlier with Day and Uno in your raid team about why does everybody putting such a giant emphasis on what your eye level is?
Oh God, my favorite is when people are in chat and they're asking for flex. They're like, must have 560 item level. I was like,
How do you,
wait a minute, guys.
How do you? Yeah.
Do you know what level gear drops in there? Are you sure you know what you're doing? I realize
But you
you're
can
trying to
upgrade
farm,
it,
but,
duh. No.
but good luck trying to get a group of 560 item levels to do flex with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen things in trade asking for like heroic eye level gear for flex.
Must be
Like-
575.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Like,
see. Currently,
I
I'm
don't have
at
any-
562. I only run flex, and that's from upgrading gear, and I have almost everything upgraded. Yeah, that's BS.
Yeah.
Total BS. It's like, if I have that level of gear, why am I going to be joining your pug? It makes no sense.
Right. Yeah, and people are all making it out to sound like if you don't have this high gear level, then you're a terrible player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not a good player, but I don't have I'm not great, but
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not terrible, but I can get out of bad, and I know how to use my cooldowns.
Yeah.
I think where that comes from is just the disparity in item levels from like it started kind of in Cataclysm, you could see it, to now. Just the jump from tiers is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I realize
no,
they put the flex and stuff in, but
and it's nice. It gives a whole bunch of range for people to actually experience the content. But
yeah.
the key thing about eye level that I totally agree with, Eludra said it in the chat room, is that the only thing you should really focus on is, can you actually get into the raid or the zone? If you're doing LFR, make sure that you can do that, heroics, everything like that. But I mean, we've brought in people in our flex team that are like severely under geared, and you know what? We fight our way through it. When we actually started Siege of Orgrimmar, we skipped all of Throne of Thunder, so all of us were running in Timeless Isle gear mixed with whatever we had from before, and who cares? We're going at it. We're trying to kill the bosses, and we did a decent job. It takes some time to get progression done and everything, and it's one of those things that there's such an emphasis based on like gear level, where guess what? If you're carried through something and you have a lucky night, you might have a great item level, but you still can't play worth crap.
Exactly.
It's true.
I like what
last night.
I like what Chappy Tater is saying. And, they're saying you can pew, it can queue. I like that. I really like that a lot.
Yeah, see? Uno tank eye level 5. Solo's garage.
Yep. Pretty much. In a loincloth. No weapon, no nothing. It's all about what you do.
Wait, well, that's because you also have the Sword of 1,000 Truths.
Yes. That's true.
It has been foretold.
Mm-hmm. Yes, our chat room is so much fun tonight. If you guys aren't in it tonight, you missed one. You missed one epic derailment, because between the chat room and Blue Eyes on location, I feel like we're like in Hollywood. We're like LA. This feels like LA for some reason. Like the level of distraction. You know what I mean?
Right?
There's
I was
quite
gonna
a lot
say-
of distraction going on.
I was going to say one thing about gear. Where it's really, really, really super noticeable is PvP.
Right.
Because I was a hardcore arena. Well, I still am, I guess, technically.
Is that what you call it?
I just haven't done it in a arena-er. It's a word.
Arena. It's a word. Day has said it.
More
It is-
arena.
Skeptic,
It's
so-
arena.
it has
Hey
been
guys,
spoken.
Potted follows me. I know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Obviously.
Name drop.
Obviously.
So anyway, there's a huge difference between like the tyrannical to the grievous to the prideful, because I know going in like mid-season and you're in full Grievous gear and there are people who are in full Prideful gear, so that's 522 versus 550, it doesn't matter how skilled you are, how many CCs you put out, you will probably still be stomped into the ground.
Yeah,
that's right. And if you can't get a
That's
pally buff, then you ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, you need that Uno Pally buff.
You need that pally buff. Or
Neither of the Pallies were buffing last night.
yeah, and we didn't kill.
We'd be like
anything until we
mid-boss
started.
fight, we'd be like, where's the Pally buff?
Can I get a pally buff, please? It's like pally buff you beg for. Okay, no, you don't get it any other way. You don't just hand those out.
Oh man, if you want to talk about buffs, and okay, so it's not so much a pet peeve, but it's more of an annoyance. So my co-host John is in our raid team, and he plays a monk. Well, monks and mages both have a crit buff, but the mage one also adds spell power as well. So you want to go with the mage one. So when we first started raiding, he would constantly do his crit buff and completely wipe out mine, and then we'd be battling back and forth over and over again.
Buff wars.
So I said, once or twice, I'm like, please, because at the time we had like 3 or 4 monks in the group. I didn't know that John was doing it, so I said, please make sure you let the mages do it because of the spell power, blah blah blah, and everything. So then he would keep doing it until finally, during one episode, he's like, yeah, that's me, right? I'm like, So yeah,
I do that with warlocks all the time because I play priest. So they'll put their buff up. I'm like, nope, fortitude.
Nope, my buff. Nope, my buff. Nope, my buff.
And I realize mine is not the one you should go with, but darn it, I want my little symbol in the corner.
I feel like I do that with Hunter's Mark. I'm always like clicking. No, I want it. I want to see it.
No, I'm buffing. Dude, it's like the poke wars on Facebook. No, I poke you. No, I poke you. No, I'm poking you. No, I poke you. It's my buff that's going up.
I poke you with extra haste.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Take it.
I poke you right back. I buff faster. It's like, oh, well, I buffed more recently. So mine's more powerful. Mine's less old.
Wow.
So yeah, bring the player, not the gear.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Going back on things, there are plenty of people I know who have crazy awesome gear, but are terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even trying in LFR sometimes when I go in with them, and I'm like, really? Hold on, you're wearing heroic gear, and I'm, like, way up here?
You're wearing
basically playing a mage. I'm just like, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything, and I'm top of the charts.
Well, to be fair, it is LFR.
Well, yeah.
And what do you do 45 minutes before LFR? You order a pizza delivered.
Oh, I start drinking 45 minutes before LFR.
Oh. Well, that's a prerequisite. That's how you queue. That's how you get enough courage to queue for LFR.
Yeah.
What's that Russian word?
Day, you, one of our listeners is feeling cheated.
Uh-oh.
No, that's bullets. He can just eat it.
Hey, he's a listener. Don't you talk to our listeners like that.
No. He is honestly probably one of my closest friends. He has been for a long time.
Still
he can just suck it up. He knows what I look like. He has to listen to me every day.
Well, yeah, there's a picture of you on the stream, so everybody knows what you look like.
Yeah, right. I absolutely love what Revenar says. There's a reason she has no video. The role of Day is being played by a computer tonight.
Probably.
That's hilarious.
Well, that was actually you earlier with your robot-y.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
It's actually Maslow because we sound the same apparently. So whenever there's just a picture of me, it's because Maslow is playing the part of Day.
Okay. I didn't know Maslow was a stand-in, but now I know.
I can.
We've been doing this show for 65 episodes, and dang.
I remember, Maz and I were in a stream together, and some of the viewers were like, I can't tell when you guys are talking. You both sound the same.
I can't really see that, but all right. Speaking of listeners, we got an email from one of our listeners this week.
Oh, my goodness.
Which was absolutely delightful. to read. This is in response to when we were talking about people coming after us because we're in the Warlords beta.
Yeah, beta haters.
Beta haters. I like that too. The smooth alpha, beta, and beta haters. I like that. I'm gonna. It's not a super long email, but I actually think it's really wonderful Blizzard made sure the podcasters in the community received access. But what about Uno? I know, seriously, Uno? Really?
Right.
Get in there already.
Well,
Come on, Blizz.
I got Heroes of the Storm Technical Alpha, so technically, buggier, so better.
Yeah. And it's definitely what I think, too. You're saying that it's smart on the part of Blizzard because it's free advertising. Mm-hmm. And also that it sends a nice message to podcasters that no matter how big or small you are, your reach, or small you think your reach is, wow, reading is difficult. You're an active member of the WoW community and your voice matters, which is really nice. I never actually thought of it that way. And it is nice that Blizzard is recognizing the people out there in the podcasting community, no matter how big or small our shows are. It's not like we're the instance, or All Things Azeroth. We're
right.
Just a little show.
Can I say, though, I got so giddy over that email. It was like 10 beta invites. I was just like flopping on the floor like a fish. I mean, I was so excited. That email was like wow. It was like the holy grail of things I could have read at that moment. I know that
it was very nice. And this is from Evelyn, or I'm gonna butcher this name.
Yeah, don't try.
Samara.
I'm gonna say Samara on Twitter. Thank you for writing in. I do like that Blizzard is kind of. It feels like recently they're trying to get all the community people more involved.
Yeah, most definitely.
So the podcasters, the streamers, the tweeters, the bloggers, the people who we actually take time out of our day to not only play the game, but do something else about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually really cool to get that, early invite and access and everything. And I mean, first off, it gives the show something to talk about, considering that, the news cycle is really low at this point in time.
Yeah.
So it helps out, gives everybody content. But, who better to give previews and, small builds and stuff too than the people that are going to just throw it out into the world.
Sure.
So it's a really good, marketing scheme, if you ask me. I'm glad they're doing it, and of course I'm lucky enough to be part of that as well. But it's a nice step in the community direction, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely like how Blizzard is really getting more into the community stuff. I've had a few community managers start following me on Twitter, and we've been chatting back and forth, and it's nice to see the company actually caring about these people that are doing this on our own dime. We don't get paid, except for Uno. That's why he doesn't have beta access, because he has a paycheck.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Right.
that was part of it.
And like Lio is saying, with specific niches too, it helps because they know we're passionate about what we do, and we'll test that thing. So like Lio and pets,
Sure.
and I'm sure Ben and Eludra as well with the pets.
Yep. Yeah, it's great. It gives us early access to stuff. You try things out, and believe it or not, Blizzard actually does listen to feedback that we have as well. That's why there's a whole forum section for the beta and everything. If something's not working right, or if it's just completely against what they're intending, they'll find out. And
definitely.
it really helps shape the game into something that is better for the entire community.
Right, right, and we said this on a past show. Do people we shouldn't have no need to apologize for a company wanting us to test their buggy broken program.
Oh god, that first alpha build we got. Oh, man,
God,
it crashed all the
Oh.
time.
It was horrible. But yeah, it's like, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, right.
Well, they want to be part of the, I guess, the Insiders Club,
Yeah,
which
the
is
cool kids
so
club
not
is how
that.
how somebody referred to it to me. They're like, you're part of the cool
Yeah.
kids club.
No, I'm not. Look, I
Wow.
wasn't in elementary school, high school, work now. Trust me, I am not a cool kid.
Right. Oh man.
All right, Day, how about you start off this last one here? Because this
Can it
is-
please be the best boss quotes?
Yes.
Oh my god. I love boss quotes. They're my favorite things ever. So do I have to say my favorite ones first? Is that how this is gonna go?
Go for it.
Because I have like 27.
Oh. All right. All right. Break it down to the top 5.
Okay, can I do top 5? I get 5?
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm being generous tonight.
Okay, well, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but my number 1 favorite, and I don't know why, is that big stone dude in Stonecore where he's like, "Break yourselves upon my body! Feel the strength of the earth!"
Yeah.
that
I go back there just to hear that. I don't know why, and I don't kill him because I like hearing it over and over and
Oh god.
over. That has to be my number 1. Let's keep it to 3.
Okay. Top 3. There we go.
Second one, of course, is Kel'Thas in Magisterus. Tempest Keep was merely a setback. I don't know why anything was setback. I'm just like, yes, it was a setback. Oh, I'm sorry. And
Oh, no,
then
that's fine.
third one, gotta be that Ragnaros, by fire be purged. Because I quite often am lighting a candle and I will yell, by fire be purged.
Just
And people
candles,
are
right? You're
looking
not an
at me.
arsonist. We don't have to worry about you or your.
If
whole...
I were an arsonist, oh man.
You could be an
That's a slippery
exterminator.
slope.
You could be an exterminator / arsonist.
Yeah, when I set spiders on fire, by fire be purged, because I hate spiders.
Precisely. Wow, what is that?
That sounded like
Whoa.
Yeah,
your
those
turkey's
are my
done.
top 3.
Or your cookies are done.
That was my tablet that turned itself on for some reason. All right.
It
Oh,
wants to
and
join in the
Pokemon.
conversation.
I know which one wasn't in that post. The
You know,
dude from one of those end time dungeons that only power.
that is my favorite one. That hands down. Hands down. I used to run that dungeon over and over and over just for that false quote.
I know we'd all be inventor mumble. We'd all be going power at the same time.
I did the exact same thing. Me and Aloric would be sitting on the couch next to each other screaming, "Power!" All right, Ben. What about you?
Well, since one of them was taken, I'll think of a third one at some point. But I don't know what it is with me. Apparently, I like the really annoying ones. So my first one has got to be, I guess it doesn't bend that way.
Oh,
Absolutely love XT. Oh my gosh. When we first started that fight, we wiped because everybody was laughing at that voice and everything that they were saying the entire time. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love that fight. So much fun. Second one has got to be Cindergrosa with "Your magic betrays you." It is the most annoying thing in the world, but oh my gosh, it just, the voice work and everything on that and the modulation and all that, it sounds so cool and horrible all at the same time. So yeah, 2 annoying things. And you know what? I have to say, anything that the Lich King says, I don't care what it is. I love the Lich
Yeah.
King so much. He's a great boss. He's a great villain for the entire expansion. So we'll just stick with that.
all right.
I missed one.
What is it?
And we talked about this earlier. I don't know. clearly that trifling gnome, your arrogance will be your undoing.
Hey,
Yes.
you just steal all the good ones. You're just stealing
Well, she's
all
got
the good ones
27.
now.
She has all of
Yeah,
the good ones.
I got 27, so.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, goodness. This is one I really liked in Storm Stout. I'm gonna ook you in the duker. I remember the very first time I heard that. I was running dungeons with some friends, and we were all on Skype, and we were all just, what the did he just say? Proceeded to wipe 3 times because we were laughing too hard.
Can I throw in a honorable mention?
Of course.
If you want to look at it that way, but in the Culling of Strathhome, when you're running around with Arthas, and then the Infinite Dragon flight finally shows up, he's like, "What is this sorcery?" Love that. Best line in the entire zone.
What is this sorcery?
All right, and we'll finish. Uno.
Oh, I only have one. I can't believe I have one left after all of those.
I have a feeling I know what it is too.
Epicness. Yeah, if you don't know what it is, then you're crazy. Because my favorite thing in game is Bone Storm.
I almost said that too, actually, so I'm glad I did.
There is one. I'm surprised Maslu is not going bananas crazy in the chat room right now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we all know what she'd say.
I think-
Yeah. Illidan.
Yeah, you are not prepared.
That. Yeah.
Not prepared.
Oh, I have one more. No, because it's Cthulhu. We have to go back old school. The you will die.
Oh, God.
It's just so eerie. The way he does it, I'm like, okay, I'm out of here.
Dude, but I think we've played it on show, but if anybody within the sound of my voice has not heard the Jiraxis remix,
Do it.
have to.
Trifling gnome.
Have to hear that. It's the
Do
best
it.
song in the world.
Put that in post too.
I definitely will, because it is so good. I mean, why do
That-
Put all
was-
10 hours in, please.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
iTunes might have a problem with that.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. But
Yeah.
so
And
so many good things.
there are so many great boss quotes in this game. There's so many just great quotes in this
Right.
game. I love one of the gnome jokes. One day I'm gonna find the nuggets on the chicken. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the female Pandaren jokes. They're pretty good. If you, what is it? If you aim for the stars and shoot and hit the moon, that's okay because I don't know, something really positive. And then besides, the moon had it coming. I forget the whole thing, but yeah.
That Pandaren humor.
Yep, and I tell it so well.
I know the delivery. So-
That it was all in the delivery. See, you got me so excited I couldn't even talk.
I love it when the gnome's saying the gnome quote. You're a tall one. Hey, you're a tall one, aren't you?
No. The best is slow down.
Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't say that. Poikle in the chat room said the best one, and it's from my favorite raid.
Yeah.
Run away, little girl. Run
I
away.
know. From
Oh, it's so good.
That's
Thank
actually
you for bringing that up.
that's actually a quote. I thought that was just DBM.
Oh, no.
That's
The
cool.
Big Bad Wolf says that in Carazone.
wow.
Yeah, Gimmet, that's your ringtone when you text me. Run away, little girl. I'm like, okay, not answering that.
That somehow doesn't surprise me. Hey, Day, you know what I forgot to do? You're fired. Last nail in the coffin. No, I'm kidding. All right, I'll hire you on for the rest of the show. Then we'll
That's
have
so
then we'll
nice.
have a sit-down meeting in my office.
I'm not going all the way down there.
That's what she said.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Uno. Oh,
It's
jeez.
like raid chat. Wow.
No.
All right. So, people listening, to our listeners, we want to hear what you have to say. So, send us in Send us an email or tweet us what your favorite boss quotes are, because we're interested. It'd be fun. I love these. I love these fun things
on podcasts.
Yeah, we'll have Uno read them off.
Bro Storm. That's the one.
All right. Well, we are running we are running pretty late tonight. So, Uno, how about you take us out here, buddy?
Yeah. So, hey, you too can listen live. Just point your browser to letswowpodcast.com, and if you can hear the thunder and lightning in my background, that's because I'm in Arizona, along with a lot of other WoW fanatics. So come hang out with us every Sunday. I know that didn't have anything to do with letswowpodcast.com. I just thought I'd throw it in there.
Well, we have 2 people from Arizona on the show tonight.
Right? So it's more relevant than not. But
go
check
us
out.
Very true. Very true.
Right? See? So, I mean, you can see our show archives on letswowpodcast.com. We have lots planned for the listeners on the download, but you never know what fun and how many people from Arizona will get in our live chat room. So come check us out.
And when you're done listening to our show, why not go check out some of the other great shows in the Dawnforge network? Shows like All Things Azeroth, Group Quest, Halfway Around the World, More Than Megapixels, The Obscure Cast, Steamforged, Shattered Soulstone, and All Things Edible. You can find these great shows and more at thedawnforge.com.
And once again, everybody, if you are listening to our voices right now, which I think you are, fairly sure you're listening to us right now if you can hear this, we want you to come and join us like Ben did tonight. So please send us an email to guests@letswowpodcast.com, or you can send us a tweet on the Twitter @letswowpodcast, and we will get you scheduled on. Also be sure, again, check out the website letswowpodcast.com for all the show archives, and even you can listen in from your phone out on the go.
Fancy.
And again, disclaimer, the Let's Wow podcast and the Dawnforge Network do not assume responsibility for data charges.
Did someone actually email you and complain?
No, I got in before that.
That's right. All
In
bases
before complaint.
covered. This is the ball.
Good
this
job,
is you.
good job.
This is you on the ball.
Happens occasionally.
And if you'd like to follow us on our individual Twitter accounts, you can find myself, the lovely Day.
And so humble, my gracious.
Right. You can find me at Creature Venus, Gem at Gemmet the Orc, and Uno.
No.
I am going to get that through one more time.
You did once. That's the. You did one.
Whoa. She angered the gods right there.
At Gemmet Hunt, and Uno at Podcrafty. You can also email us all directly using Gemmet Day or Uno at letswowpodcast.com.
And once again, going to give a big old thank you to our friend and one of our awesome supporters of the show, Crystal, over at Star Shattered Designs on Etsy. She's got some really cool stuff coming up. I keep telling her, I'm like, you have to tease some of this stuff. And she just won't do it for whatever reason. But she has some really cool stuff coming up. I'm looking forward to getting a little bit for that sample sale, so I can show it off on the show before it goes live. Also, we want to give a big thank you and hello to our friends over at geekinsiders.com, where you can check out all things geeky all the time.
All the time.
All the geeky all the time. It's fun. It's a fun site. I like it. That's why I plug them.
Well, that is kind of how you do things.
They don't give us money. I just love them.
Love them.
Good.
It's all the love. All right. So, Ben, just so everybody knows, because we did talk about it earlier in the show, if you're sticking around this long, they obviously want to know where they can find you all over the internets.
Well, if you want to hear more from me or what I do, or I don't know, just want to stalk me and like throw things at me and want to know how to do that, follow me on Twitter. I am at Al the Mage. Nice and phonetic, easy to do. Check out Azeroth Roundtable, Battle Pets, Flex Mode, Geektopia. Flex Mode is at stormridecast.libsyn.com. Everything else is pretty much pretty easy to find on iTunes, Stitcher, all that fun stuff.
Awesome.
And all great shows, so feel free to dip and choose. I mean, you'll find lots of entertainment value in all of those. Do a great job, Ben.
Yeah, they all do different things, so it works.
Definitely.
And thank you.
You'll find something that you like in there somewhere, for sure.
Absolutely. I haven't downloaded Geektopia in a while. I really need to do that.
Well, I highly, out of all the episodes that we have, if you want to hear how geeky we can get, I recommend any of the Star Wars episodes because we went through them in the machete order and just kind of talked about if they held up. And I tried to pretend like I'd never seen them before, which is really hard to do considering I have memorized pretty much the original trilogy. But it's interesting what we kind of saw and figured out going through the whole series that way. So I recommend those more than anything else. They were a lot of fun.
Nice.
I will give them a look-see. Although I'll probably be sitting here going, eh. Because I think
watch the movies.
I think I've
then
only
listen.
seen 2 of the Star Wars movies.
What?
Maybe.
What
Blasphemy!
planet are you on?
Not
Tatooine,
Earth.
that's for sure. Hey.
Wait, what was that other one that got blown up?
Alderaan.
Alderaan, there we go. That would have been funny if I had remembered that.
Right, not Alderaan. Also, don't forget to go ahead and leave us a rating and or a review on iTunes, which should be working again by now, and a thumbs up on Stitcher as well. We truly appreciate hearing your feedback, so big ol' hugs and thank you guys. We really love you. You know we're the podcast for you and by you, so feel free to let us know what you'd like to hear. Send us an email, send us a tweet, catch us in-game or catch us in our live chat room. And that's my favorite place. I say it all the time, but come to our live chat room where we go crazy and we break the rails. We'd love to bring up whatever you'd like to hear us discuss on the show, so, do it.
Do it. Do it right now.
Do it now.
Well, obviously not. Don't do it now if it's not Sunday night.
Yeah, not now. 8 Eastern Standard, yeah. Sunday.
Yeah. Sundays, do it. But email us or tweet us right now.
Sundays at 8, do it now.
There we go. Put it in your phone so you have a reminder.
Right.
There you go. Yeah, I'm talking to you on the train right now. Come on. Do it. Put it in your phone. We'll wait.
All right, you good?
All right, you got it? All right, cool.
Check your spelling. Hold on. Okay.
Well, the spelling doesn't really need to. It doesn't. Just make sure you make it to the show.
As long as you get the time right. It's 8 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, indeed.
And if you don't spell that right, you might get confused. That's all I'm saying.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. All right. So everybody listening, especially you on the train, and maybe you in the car too. Hey, thanks. Thanks for downloading the show, taking some time and listening to us, hanging out. Everybody in our chat room, we love you guys so much. Thank you for spending part of your Sunday night with us. We really appreciate it. And we will see you next week in the same time and the same place. Until next time, my friends and you heroes of Azeroth.
I'm ready to play!
Less QQ, more pew pew.
Hey, get rich or die grinding. Mana crystals.
Still at the Hearthstone, dude.
Hearthstone. I love Hearthstone!
Somebody get this man detox.
Hey, yes! That's what I'm talking about! All right, yeah.
What is happening?
I don't know.
We just
I don't know, but I'm scared and I need an adult.
We're waiting for Naxxramas to drop. We didn't even mention it. Naxxramas is coming to Hearthstone near you.
We can talk about that next week. All right, remember to stay geeky, my friends, and to embrace the noobs. Don't step on them. We will see you next week. Everybody have a wonderful night. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Suck.